Today we are making a festival captain's hat. This is what it looked like before, and I ordered it from Amazon, and this is what it's going to look like after. Well, almost. I added a few more things, but you'll see as we go. So one of the first things we're going to do is take out the pins and remove the rope or any other removable accessories on the hat. Usually you can find the pin's arms on the inside under the material that they put on it, and you just straighten them out and pull it out. Next, attach your chosen fabric to the top, and you want to make sure that it's flat and pretty perfect. This will set the stage for the overall quality of your hat. Now I'm using E6000, but I use it for literally everything. So once I finish attaching the top, I'm going to pin it in a couple of areas to make sure it doesn't move, and I will leave it alone and let it dry for about 45 minutes to an hour. Okay, now that it's dry, we're going to cut the edges neat around the top and remove any excess fabric that's hanging over. Next, I'm going to start attaching the pieces of fabric that I have chosen that are going to go on the front of the hat in the design that I have come up with in my head that I think is going to look really great. So I kind of make up the design as I go, but I like to place them on it and kind of see how it would look first before I permanently attach them. For this hat, we're going to add spikes, which I think is a really cool accessory to add to these kind of hats. So when I'm adding these spikes, I'm using E6000 glue. You have to hold them on there for a little bit or they'll just fall off because they're kind of heavy, but they are metal spikes. And I was using E6000 and I switched to a glue gun, which turned out to be a big hot mess. So I went back to my E6000 and that's what I would recommend. I have 2 rows of spikes, one pointing up and pointing down to get it to look like this. So now I'm just attaching the different fabrics that I've chosen to go on the front of my hat. So I used trim to separate the different types of fabric that I used to kind of separate them and give them a depth and dimension. I ended up putting black leather as one of the last pieces of my fabric, and then I put a rhinestone trim on the top of it that went below the spikes. I really love the addition of this silver stud trim. I think it makes the whole area pop. Now we've made it to almost our final accessories. I'm going to glue rhinestones that are gunmetal gray and black to the rim of the hat. I ended up putting wings and a crown on the front of it, and then finished it off with our lovely Arouse logo. Thank you, Arouse, for the opportunity to make you one of my hats. There's more to come.